News in Jerusalem, and I'm walking down towards part of the Ben Hinnom Valley, and we're going to be able to see part of the old city and Mount Zion, which is actually right in front of us. And there's a really special walkway bridge over Hebron Road, and it's really a beautiful, beautiful time of day and a beautiful view of the city of Jerusalem. And as we come down further, we see over to the right, that hillside over there is just next to the original city of David. This is quite a contrast from yesterday. Yesterday we were down south and right on the Israel-Gaza border. And actually we had the opportunity, maybe you've seen it, did a Facebook Live while we were watching the Iron Dome anti-missile battery shoot 7 rockets out of the sky. Part of the amazing technology that's been developed to protect Israelis from these rocket attacks from either up north with Hezbollah or down south with mainly Hamas, and in the last few days it was Palestinian Islamic Jihad. Here's just an Israeli family taking a nice picture with the city in the background. So this is Hebron Road, named after the fact that if you just keep going there, you can end up in Hebron, the original city capital of the Jewish people. And Tammy, God bless. Thank you, Janice. It's been yesterday was a challenging day, but we were very thankful for the day that we were able to be protected and report on what's happening. And that's also what you see here is a typical 3-point turn in the middle of the traffic. So looking up here on the valley, you can see the Tower of David that's actually being renovated right now. And Tower of David Museum, those are the walls of the old city built by King Solomon the Magnificent, not King Solomon, Suleiman the Magnificent, back in the 1500s, the 16th century. And over here is the Mount Zion. That is the where many people believe the Last Supper was held, and Jesus held the Last Supper there with his disciples, and then went over to the Kidron Valley, to the Garden of Gethsemane, and was arrested, betrayed, and then the rest of the story where he was crucified but rose from the dead. And I'll walk over here just a little bit. So this direction, we're looking out into the Judean wilderness, and because of conditions right now, it's pretty hazy, but you can see, if we could see clearly, we'd see all the way to Jordan. Carlos, yes, the ceasefire has been in effect since 11:30 last night. So far, it's held. There is concern for the next several days to make sure it does hold. And hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good to see you. Just doing a Facebook Live.
Oh, good. Enjoy.
Yeah. Thank you. You want to say something?
No, it's
okay.
Hi, Chris. I'm Charles.
Hey, Charles.
Nice to
Good to
meet
see you. Yeah. Thank you.
Have a great evening.
Thank you. You too. You too.
Enjoy.
Yeah, great to see you.
Blessings. Good
Bye-bye.
to see you too.
If you have time, sometime,
Yeah.
on Monday nights, there's a home fellowship group in the German colony.
Okay.
It's a couple, Emil and Shoshana Vandermeer,
Uh-huh.
and he's a doctor, she's a lawyer.
Yeah.
They made Aliyah in 1999. Been here a while.
Okay.
It's a nice fellowship.
Thank you. Thank you.
See you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. Just a couple of acquaintances heading by, a couple of friends. You're welcome, Elwin. So as I was saying, the ceasefire has held so far, almost 24 hours. Thankfully, hopefully it'll hold and bring quiet to that part. For those that just want a quick review, it was Operation Breaking Dawn that began Friday afternoon when Israel killed a Islamic Jihad commander that was planning a terror attack against Israelis on the southern border. They had credible intelligence that there was a anti-tank missile unit that was on its way to commit a terror attack, so they thwarted that. And then there was about 1,100 rockets fired into Israel. Most of them intercepted by the Israel's Iron Dome. Some of them went harmlessly into the sea, and tragically, others, about 200, fell inside Gaza. Many of these rockets are untrustworthy, so that's what happened. Thankfully, there's a ceasefire in effect right now. Right over here is it's called the Begin Center, named after Menachem Begin, one of Israel's most well-known prime ministers. And beyond that, right up there, is the Scottish Church. And if you go in there, you can find a plaque on the altar where it says the heart of Robert the Bruce is buried there. That was one of his dying wishes. And for those that have seen the movie Braveheart, you'll remember Robert the Bruce wasn't a very good character in that particular film, but just speaks to the fact that for thousands of years, people have been attracted and drawn, called to this city, Jerusalem. As our friend Joel Rosenberg says, the epicenter of the world is Israel, the epicenter of Israel is Jerusalem, and the epicenter of Jerusalem is the Temple Mount. So as someone said, you can see tour buses. Yeah, it's things have changed quite a bit since COVID, and a lot more traffic, a lot less masks, and a lot more tours. Just a reminder for those that have sent out information just last night, if you want more information on a tour later this year in November, you can write me at Chris Israel Tours, all one word, chrisisraeltours@gmail.com. So thanks for, so hope you can join us and see some of these sites up close and personal, face to face.